Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we're going to be talking about staying competitive for retail chains. So if you have a great product and you want to sell to the bigger retailers and you're trying to figure out how to stay competitive and be interesting to these retailers, this training will give you some things to think about in getting started today. With that said, let's get started on today's training. So let's talk about how to stay competitive in the retail chain store industry. It's hard to understand retail when you hear so many stories about certain retailers go under and so forth. But I want to use Buy Buy Baby as an example of why you need to think about things a little differently. Why Buy Buy Baby? They recently went into Chapter 11 because they're owned by Bed Bath & Beyond. And when it goes into Chapter 11, they shut down a lot of their stuff and basically its stores no longer there, right? A lot of you are seeing stuff like that. And so this will help you figure out how to stay competitive. Buy Buy Baby, what goes under because Chapter 11 happens with their conglomerate who purchased them. And now, as soon as the Chapter 11 finishes, during that time, everything shuts down. They are now with new investors. They're reopening up their website. They have maybe 11 stores as of this moment, and they're going to go to 300. That's or over 100, I'm sorry. They're going through, that's what their expectation is, because a lot of times maybe the company that owned them didn't take care of them properly and so forth. How you stay competitive in an industry where a lot of chaos is going on is you do your best. And what that means is you create the best imagery for your product, the best packaging for your product, the best you can be in terms of supporting the retailers to sell your product. Because one change to order can be millions of dollars to your business every single year. One change to order can change your life. And so you deal with the annoying parts, which is some retailers aren't doing as good as others and you don't know and all these things. And maybe one buyer is being really hard on you versus another one. And what you got to do is calmly understand that as much as it's annoying, it's also an exciting time where they're shutting down, rebuilding, and growing. And there are other retailers that are expanding like crazy. So you got to stay out of the negativity and focus on the positivity because retail chains are still here. They're rebuilding, they're regrowing, and they're changing a lot. The landscape has changed dramatically over the years. Never. It's really a retail consistent thing. They spend too much. They cause a lot of chaos. Maybe they have management that's not working for them. They go under. Some do better than others. And even with Amazon, a lot of these retailers are now copying Amazon and they're turning them into marketplaces, which is a similar experience. And now probably a dozen retailers are having marketplaces, which is like the Amazon experience where you're filling out forms and putting it on their website. And these retailers are allowing you to leverage their name and put your products on their sites through a marketplace. It's changing, it's growing, and the way to stay competitive is honestly to really just ignore the naysayers, ignore what's going on in terms of the chaos, and remember that if one goes under, another will pick it up and or the shift will occur online. So honestly, it's really going to come down to, do you have grit? Do you have the ability to stay consistent? And if you do, and you really care about your product, you're going to do well in this competitive landscape if your product's interesting. And honestly, competition with retail chains is coming down to enjoying products that are actually things people want to buy, which is obvious, but also the fact that it's entirely a competitive landscape in general. So your products need to be constantly just worked on to be innovative and interesting. If you're selling an umbrella, make it colorful, varietal, new experiences for that umbrella. Do little add-ons to it. You get my point. Being competitive means calm, looking at the landscape, staying consistent, keep upgrading your products, not thinking that everyone's going to die and everything's going to end, and just enjoy the exciting time that you're in where there's opportunities with marketplaces exploding and all the different opportunities available to you. And also just make sure that you're not giving them garbage, and you're not shipping them products late, and you're not taking good pictures of your products, all the basic things. This is not brain surgery. If you want to learn how to approach, pitch, and sell to retailers, how to really get your packaging on point, your pricing on point, and all the things, and how to speak to buyers in a way that gets them excited about your particular product, please take a look at our website, retailmba.com. We have do-it-yourself programs, done-for-you programs. We work with people all across the globe in every product category. We have webinars. We do a lot related to generating revenue with a consumer product brand, and we'd love to help you stay competitive. Karen Waksman, Retail MBA. Thanks so much.